Assalamu alaikum students, welcome to our channel. Yes, we are here again with a very interesting and important video and different questions of algebra and geometry. Let's start with this question number 10. So yes, we have a question and we can see the fractions. Definitely there is no way out, just you have to take the LCM. And let's see how we take the LCM. 1 times 2x plus 3, then we have plus 4 times x minus 3, and the two denominators multiply each other equals 1. Let's expand the brackets. So 3x plus 3 plus 4x minus 12. The denominator is going to be 2x squared plus 3x minus 6x minus 9 equals 1. Let's simplify further. The 4x and 2x become 6x minus 9, and the denominator is 2x squared minus 3x minus 9 equals 1. Further solve, let's cross multiply. So 6x minus 9 is equals to 2x squared minus 3x minus 9. Now I'm going to move left side, in terms of the left hand side to my right, and it becomes 2x squared. And signs are going to be changed of each. What you I see observe that minus sign plus sign, yes, they are cancelled out. And we have 2x squared minus 9x equals 0. In this case, I need to solve the equation. What I observe, yes, something is common, and which is x. It's going to be 2x minus 9 equals 0. From here, we need to break or separate the terms. The first term is x is equals to 0, means we got the first value of x. The second factor is 2x minus 9 equals 0. 2x equals 9, and x will be 9 over 2. You can leave your answer in this format, or you can write your answer as a mixed fraction. This is also acceptable. And the last thing is you can write your answer in decimals as well. So it's all up to you how you express your answer. All formats are acceptable. Yes. Let's take the next question. In this question, they mention you what they ask you. From the list, draw a ring around the line that is diameter of the circle. Okay. How we can identify line as a diameter? Remember, there is a property. In a circle, if we have a diameter line, a line which passes through the center called diameter line. And from the end points of the diameter, we draw two lines such a way they meet at circumference. In this case, what happens? This angle must be of 90-degree angle, and the side opposite to 90-degree angle will be a diameter line. That is the property. So using this property, we need to find an angle which is 90 degree in this triangle or in this diagram. Now, look at this. If I add 85 with 85 and subtracting from 180, I will get the third angle of the triangle. The third angle is 10 degree. Means There is no diameter line because there is no 90-degree angle. Similarly, let's take the ABC. In this triangle, what I observe, there are two angles. Yes, one is 94 and the other is 6. Yes. So if I add a 94 degrees with 6 degrees and subtracting from 180, I will get the third angle. It's 180 minus 100. Therefore, the third angle is 80 degrees. Means no angle in this diagram is a 90, contains the right angle triangle. Let's check the last triangle. That is DEF. In this diagram, again, we have two angles, one of 82 degrees and the other one is 80 degrees. Let's add them together and subtracting from the third on it. 180 degrees minus 90 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, because 90-degree angle means this angle is 90 degrees. This angle is 90 degrees. Means the side opposite to this 90-degree angle, that is DE, will be a diameter line. This is your diameter line, DE. And we gave you the evidence why this line is 90 degrees. Okay, yes, we have an inequality now. Yes, we solve the inequality as we deal with the inequation. But important thing is when you solve inequality, be careful about the variable. A variable should be positive. And for this, either you go on the right hand side or you go on the left hand side. It doesn't matter. So that is why I decided to bring 4x on the left and 3 on the right. Going to be 8x and this is going to be 16. Let's make x subject, moving 8 to the right. Yes, so x is greater than equals to 2. Okay, let's take the next question. 13. A single fraction. Let's have a single fraction. Yeah, for sure, by taking the LCM. There's no other way. So 3 times 2x and minus 7 times x minus 5 divided by the two denominators multiplying each other. Okay, let's expand the brackets. 2x squared minus 10x. So in the numerator, it's going to be minus x plus 35. And this is going to be 2x squared. This will be a more simplified answer. This is called single fraction. Okay, let's take the question number 14. They ask you to find the variable x as subject, but the variable x is in numerator as well as in denominator. So try to bring them at a single place. For this, we start our job by cross multiplication. So xy is equals to Now open the bracket as well. On the right hand side, it's 5b minus 10x. Okay, now the interesting thing is x. Again, the problem is x is on the right hand side and 1 on the left hand side. So let's bring them together. So it means x, y. So I'm bringing 10 here and the 5b is still there. So there is no x in the 5b. Let's take x common. It's going to be y plus 10 equals 5b. Let's make x a bit and moving y plus 10 to the right. Which is 5b divided by y plus 10. This is how we made x a subject. Okay, let's take the next question. The exterior angle of a regular polygon. Okay, the formula of the exterior angle is now we are looking for the number of sides. Means we don't know what is the value of n, but what we know, yes, the exterior angle, which is 30 degree. So we write 30 degree here, and this is 360 divided by n. It's going to be 30 and is equal to 360. Okay. For n, it's going to be 360 divided by 30. And 12 means in this polygon there are 12 sides. Yes, take the next question. Sum of interior angles. Okay, it's not about the sum of interior angles, and they are for the number of sides. Okay, so again, write down the formula. Sum of interior angles is n minus 2 times 180. Now the question is, what is n? Again, the n tells you number of sides. Again, in this case, we don't know how many sides we have. But what we know, the sum of the interior angles is 900 degrees given. So what is the n? We don't know. So I'm looking for the value of n. So I move 180 here. 180 will divide this. N minus 2 left. This is 5. So the value of n will be same. Yeah, n is 7. Very good. Means there were 7 sides in this polygon. They ask you to simplify. Now, if you look at carefully in the numerator, yes, something is common, and which is x. So as I take x common in the numerator, is going to be 5 minus x. But in denominator, nothing is common. What what I can do, yes, I can replace 25 by 5 square. By doing this, what happens? Yes, we must recall an identity. That's for a squared minus b squared is equals to a plus b. A, right? This is the identity. Let's apply the identity here. The denominator, the identity will be applied. It's going to be 5 minus x plus x. Also 5 plus x. But in numerator and denominator, something is same. That is why we may cancel it. So now we have x over 5 plus. This is what we have after simplifying the whole fraction. Okay, let's take the next question, which is 17. Again, subject making d as subject, but the d is inside the square root, so we must remove the square root first. For this purpose, we will take the square on both sides so that this square root will be eliminated. T square is equals to 3 minus e. Update, I need to make the subject. So first we move e square to the left becomes plus e. Now moving 3 from the right hand side. So it's going to be t square plus e upon 3. Now, this is how we can make d a subject. Now, factorize. Look at the first part. We can see common. Yes, we can see 3x common. We can have x common. We can have y as common. So let's see what left inside. It's going to be 2x plus 3. This is your final answer after taking common and we factorize the expression. Now the next thing is, yes, we have this question. If we look at the first term can be expressed as 2x squared minus y squared. This is way how x we made it write this first two terms. Okay. In the last two terms, yes, I can see common and that is 4. So inside the bracket we have 2x plus y. In the first two parts, we apply the identity and it will be 2x plus y. As you can see, 2x plus y. Yes, we can take this as a common. The 2x plus y, we take it as a common. What we have? We have 2x minus y plus 4. Okay, this is my most simplified factorized form. And this is my required answer. This is what they ask you to factorize both part 1 and part 2. Okay. Moving to the next question. Hmm. Example of different angles. Okay, boy. Starting with this. First thing first, if you look at closely, to this diagram first. Not this one, sorry. That's over there. I'm just drawing a line just to make you highlight. I'm talking about which triangle. By this 20 degree will be equals to this one. Means x is 20. This is your first achievement, that x is 20. So we have x as 20 degree. Now, secondly, if you look at the w, if you look at the w, this one, yes. This w will be equals to this x, and this is the property angles in same segment. Sometimes we call it butterfly. Yes. So what we found that w is 20 degrees as well. Okay, that's my second achievement. I need to move for the third achievement, that is y. But for the y, if you look at carefully, the lines are parallel. It means this is also, this is w as well. The alternate angles means this is 20 degree angle, right? This is 20 degree. So this angle is 20 degrees. But I'm looking for the value of y. Yes. But before this, I show you the, I highlight the triangle. Look at the triangle carefully. I am highlighting the triangle ADC. Look at this. AD. If this triangle, as you can see, so this 25 will be this one. It was 25, this will be 25 as well. The sum of all three angles, this one, and this one makes 180 degrees. Now I can find y easily. To get y, what I do, I will add 25 with 75 with 20 and subtract from 180 and subtract from 180. Okay, let's do our job. So it says we are adding 25. We are adding 75. Now, with these angle will be subtracted from the 180 degree as the triangle is concerned. So, going to be 60 degree. Yes. Which angle this? Because this is y. So y is 60 degree angle. Now, let's see anything left. Let's see what is next. Yes, the angle Z. We are looking for the angle of Z. The first thing first, we clean the diagram so that we can have a good idea what are we doing right now. Now, I'm looking for the value of z. At least 1 minute, please. Please, yeah, so I'm looking for z. For the z, I'm going to draw a line here. If you look at carefully, as you can see this line, I hope so you can see this line. What happens? This angle z will be equals to this angle, whole angle. If you remember, this angle we found as 20 degrees, and this is 25, means this is going to be 20 as this is going to be the 25 degrees. It means to find z, we must add 20 and 25. This is the required value of z. This is how we can find the value of z. Right? That's the last part of this diagram. Now we move on to the next diagram. No, we have another question. The size of the interior angle of a regular 10-sided polygon. Okay, interior angle. For each interior angle of a regular polygon. For this, we use a formula that is n minus 2 over n times 1/8. This is the formula by which I can find the number or an interior angle, where n represents the number of sides and we have 10 sides. So it's 10 minus 2 over 10 times 180. Right. Now 10 times 1 times 80. So it's going to be 8 times 80. So let's calculate the values of 18 times 8. That's going to be 144. So the interior angle of a regular n-size polygon will be 144. Now we're moving on to the next question. In this, they gave you an equation. After substituting 300, you need to factorize this and solve the equation. The quadratic equation, but before this, we substitute the value of a. As we substitute the value of a, this equation will be in this form. Now they ask you to factorize k. So it's going to be minus 30x minus 10x plus 300 whole k. Have common, so x minus 30 is the first factor. I take negative 10 as common, which is going to be x. So two common bracket there for x minus 30. And and this is x minus 10 equals 0. By doing this, we can separate the two brackets, means x minus 30 equals 0. We got the first value of x as 30 and the second value of these are the two values of x. Right, this is the way we factorize and solve this equation. The next part, we told you to write down the value of a as 200 and solve the equation. This whole line tells you that there will be no middle term breaking method. There is no factorization method. You just follow the quadratic formula. First thing first, we substitute the value of a. So the equation becomes x squared minus 40x of 200 equals 0. Secondly, since I told you we will use the quadratic formula for this, we must have three ingredients of the formula A, B, C. A stands for the coefficient of x squared, which is 1. This is minus 40 and this is 200. Okay, let's use the quadratic formula. And the quadratic formula is minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now we substitute values of x or the values of a, b, and c in this formula. So b square, yes, we are very close to the solution, and the c is 200. Yes, and we have 2a, so a will be 1. So this is going to be 40. Yes, this is will be 1600 and this is 800. Now, this is going to be x is equals to 40 plus minus square root 800 divided by 2. And then we have two values of x. We are looking for the two values of x. We will separate the two terms. So 800 divided by 2. Okay, let's simplify. And your answer should be in two decimal places. That's the key point. I'm solving this for you. Just give me a minute. I'll tell you the answer. What is going to be 40 plus square root 800 divided by 2. That gives me 34.14. Two decimal places answered. Let's take the next one. Yes, the second answer is 5.86. These are the two values of x by using the quadratic formula. because the two answers of x, remember, the answer should be in two decimal places. So be careful about this. Now, the next one is what is next for? Again, we have a question. Yes, again, a quadratic equation. We need to solve the quadratic equation by using the quadratic formula. Although they did not mention it, but the statement helps you in identifying. If you look at the question, yes, we will find three items from this A, B, and C. So A is going to be A is going to be 3, B is going to be -1, okay, +1, and C is -6. So we substitute these values in the formula. I'm recalling the formula again. Now we substitute the values. We substitute the values B squared. Your B is +1. Your A is 3. B is -6. We substitute the value of A as 1. Oh, sorry. Oh, minus 3. The value of A is 3, not 1. That is going to be 3. Yes. So let's calculate. R is going to be, this is -1 plus minus under root 1 plus, this is 70 over 6. Yes, I can have the two values, -1 plus under root 73 over 6. That's my first answer. And let's calculate it right now. -1 plus square root 73 divided by 6, yes. 1.257. The answer is 1.257. But it should be in two different places, therefore the answer is going to be 1.26. That's the first value of x. So the second value of x, yes, we do the same thing, just on opposite side. It's 273 over 6. Yes, very good. Let's continue this. -1 minus square root 73 divided by 6. Yeah, Allah, the eigenvalue is -1.59. This is my second answer, and this is my first answer. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Yeah, that's called exponential equation. And for this, we must make the basis same. So for 16, I will write 4 this way. And we have a power on the top that is 5. And this 4 will remain same with power 1. And 64 to reduce 4 power. Okay, this is 2n. Then what is the rule? The rule says when you have power and one more power onto it, always power always multiply. So it's going to be 4 power nm over 4 power 1 equals 4 power 6n. Half multiply, it's going to be 4 to the power 10n is equal to 4 to the power 6n plus 1. If you notice, the two bases are same. That is why and I'm multiplying them, therefore powers must be added. Now you observe the bases are same, so power will be same. Oh, sorry, a mess here. Yes, it's going to be 6n plus 1. We need to find n as support. That's why I remove 10 from here. So n is equals to 6n plus 1 over 10. This is your n as subject. Now, next thing is simplify. What you observe, 5 will be multiplied by 7. That gives me 35. Then x multiplied by x and power must be added. So x to the power a. No. Oh, and similarly, look at the y. I'll show you again from the please. I'll show you the detailed version. You can have a good idea what is going to happen here. Yes. So 5 times 7 will give you 35. The two x are same, so the powers must be added. Similarly, same thing happens with the y. It's 1 plus 2. So the final answer is 35 x power 8 and y to the power 5. This is your final answer. When the bases are same and the multiplier powers must be added. This is what we did here. Again, the question. On the right hand side, you can see a radical form and all we can replace radical form with exponent power form. For this, you must remember if you observe x to the power p here and q here, this can be written as p over q. In this case, we have 7 power n here, not m, sorry. It's 7 power n, but on the right hand side, it is written in this form. So if we compare with this one, your P is 1, your Q is 5. So this could have been 7 to the power n is equal to 7 to the power. Yes, it's going to be 1 over 5. The bases are same. Yes, bases are same. So power will be same. Means n is equals to 1 over 5. Wait, sorry. Okay, the next question. Yes. N is inversely proportional to the square root of t plus 2. How do I write this? I could write in this way. M is inversely proportional to the square root of 3 plus 2, where M is given is 0.5, P is given 23. Now they asked me to tell you the value of M. Yes, and the T is 98. Since it's an inversely proportional, that is why we multiply in this fashion. It means 0.5 will be multiplied by 23 plus 2, and M will be multiplied by square root 98 plus 2. This is 0.5 and square root 25. This is M times square root 100. 0.5 times 5, the square root of 55. And the square root of 100 will be 10. 0.5 times 5 divided by 10 will give you the value of M. 5 times 1, 5 times 2. 0.5 divided by 2. Or it could have been M is equals to 0.25. This is the required value of M, 0.25. Or 1 upon 4 as well, you can write. Now the next question is number 26, and this is the last question for today's class. Okay, no diameter line, no radius line. Yes, we have. If you look at the x, so this angle and this angle and this angle, if we add all of them, we must have 180 because it makes a right angle. It makes a triangle. Yes. So what I do, I will add 26 with 125 and then subtract from 180. This gives me the value of x. This is 151. So the value of x will be 29 degrees. This is the value of x. Now if you look at the y, this is y and this will be y as well the same because it's called angles in same segment. Now the y is 52. Y is 52 degrees. Last, no, that is z. So first thing first, if someone asks you how much this angle will be, you would say yes, it's very easy. How? You will subtract this angle from 180. So 180 minus 125. So this is going to be 55 degrees. Now I add 52 and 55, subtract from 180, and I will get this angle. 52 plus 55. So this is going to be 180 minus 107. So this angle would be 73. This angle is 73. Now, but we are looking for the z and we didn't get up to the z. If now I show you the diagram, I show you the explanation that I'm talking about. Look at if you look at closely the diagram that I'm redraw the 4 points on the circumference that is called a cyclic quadrilateral, and the cyclic quadrilateral Z and 73 are opposite to each other. Means the sum of the two angles must be 180 degrees. Means to get Z, I will 180 minus 73 going to be 107. Is 107. This is angle Z. Yeah, this is angle Z. Okay, students, thank you very much for staying so long with me. Alhamdulillah, we have covered the whole worksheet and we did, Alhamdulillah, 26 questions on different topics. Try to cover the algebra and try to cover the geometry as well. Thank you very much. Stick together. Inshallah, we will upload more interesting videos. Thank you very much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.